Welcome to Welwyn Roman Baths, a Roman bathhouse preserved in a steel vault 9 metres under the A1 motorway in Hertfordshire. It was discovered by local archaeologist Tony Rook in the 1960s. Today I'd like to show you around and give you a glimpse into the life of people who lived here over 1,750 years ago. This bathhouse was made up of a set of 4 buildings the Romans called a villa, essentially a house in the country, sometimes with a working farm, stables and bathhouse attached. We think this site started to be built in around 200 AD, in the reign of Roman Emperor Septimus Severus. We know this because lots of coins from the period with his name on were found during the excavation here. Within 50 years, the site had expanded and there were 2 large houses, each with their own bathhouse attached. We don't know who owned or lived at this villa, but they were almost certainly born in Britain and never visited Rome. They would have been quite rich and may also have had a house in the nearby town Verulamium, now known as St Albans. Life would have been comfortable. Animal bones from the excavation show that the family kept and probably ate cows, pigs, sheep, goats and chickens, and their produce. The family owned slaves who would have done anything and everything, from cleaning and dressing the family, looking after children, secretarial duties, cleaning and even removing human waste. The baths were used every day by the family and their friends. Slaves kept a constant furnace going in the stoke hole here, using charcoal and wood stored in the area next to me. There was a boiler over the furnace arch, connected to the water supply by lead pipe. It was the slave's responsibility as stoker to adjust the taps and ensure the water was just the right temperature for the baths. Water came either from the nearby River Mimram or from a canal created by the Romans to divert water closer to the site. Ironically, we have no running water on site today, but we do have compostable toilets for our visitors. When we have a bath, we normally just use 1 room and 1 bath. Here there are 3 rooms and 2 tubs. The rooms would originally have had vaulted ceilings, a bit like the entrance tunnel, with a tiled roof on top. Your bathing time began in the cold room, or frigidarium in Latin. Furthest away from the heat, here you undressed and put on wooden-soled sandals to protect your feet later on. Bathers then entered the warm room, or tepidarium. The heated floor and walls made it feel like a hot summer's day in here. Next, you or your slave would apply olive oil, not soap, to your skin. You'd spend time here relaxing, acclimatising, ready for the next room, eating, drinking and chatting with friends and family. The baths were an ideal place to exchange the latest news and ideas. When suitably red-faced, you would move through to the hot room, or Caldarium. Here the concrete floor was supported on pillars 1 metre high, under which the hot gases from the furnace would flow, making the floor too hot for bare feet. You can see the remains of this underfloor heating system here. It's called a Hypercoast and was invented by the Romans. There were also pipes behind the plaster walls keeping the whole room hot. Moisture from the water tank over the furnace made it steamy too. Here you would sweat a lot, and the oil on your body helped dissolve fat and dirt. Next, your slave would scrape your skin with a curved strigil like this one, which would remove both the dirt and oil. You would then get into a nice hot bath to wash everything off, before returning to the warm room for some more relaxing. Finally, back in the cold room, you would walk into a tub of cold bath water and your slave would pour more cold water over your head from a jug. Owners would often allow their slaves to use the bathhouse too. One theory is that one of the bathhouses on this site was reserved for the family and friends, and the other for the slaves and workers on the estate. Another theory is that travellers en route from London or Verulamium may have stopped here to relax in the baths. We hope you can visit and explore more of the history behind Welwyn Roman Baths soon. You'll be able to hear from Tony Rook, who discovered the baths, play some Roman games and see some of our fantastic archaeology collection too. We look forward to welcoming you.